Coming up on OU Nightly. The FBI is seen outside of a well-known liquor store in Norman. What we know so far. Plus, several of Ryan Walters' policies are being revised by the new state superintendent. And Turning Point USA members packed the latest Norman City Council meeting. What they had to say. This is OU Nightly.
Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Kariana Gamboa.
And I'm Clay Webster. We begin tonight with breaking news. A popular Norman liquor store is closed after a search warrant was executed by the FBI. OU Nightly reporter Julia Roberts is there now with what we know so far. Julia.
Clay, I'm standing here in front of University Liquor, a well-known store close to campus. If y'all take a look right behind me, the store is in fact closed for business tonight. This happening after the FBI tells me they served a search warrant on a subject at the store. The FBI says that's all the information they can share tonight, and they say they won't have any more to release until after this case proceeds through court. An employee of the store tells me he came into work and was turned away this afternoon and was told the store would not be open for a while. Take a look at what we pulled from Google just a few minutes ago, already showing that the establishment is permanently closed. Again, all the FBI will tell us tonight is that they served a search warrant on a subject here at University Liquor. OU Nightly will continue to follow more as it develops. Reporting live in Norman, I'm Julia Roberts, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Julia. It's been quite a hot day for October weather, but that might soon change. OU Nightly meteorologist Carlin McCurry has our weather outlook for the week. Carlin, can we expect some rain to cool us down?
Kariana, Clay, there actually is a chance for some rain into parts of this weekend as a cold front moves through. It could also cool us down a little bit. But for right now, we are in the mid-80s right now across the metro. 86 in Oklahoma City, 85 down in Norman. Similar trend across the state, a little bit cooler there in the Panhandle. Guymon sitting at 81 degrees. But once again, this is just about 10 degrees above what we usually see this time of year for our temperatures across the state. So things could be on the change. Something that's also changed is those allergies, all in the medium level. So it's decreased quite a bit. But coming up in just a little bit, I'm going to talk about those above average temperatures, the weekend cold front, and that storm trace that we're tracking.
Thanks, Carlin. The Oklahoma Supreme Court has ordered State Superintendent Lyndall Fields to decide if the classroom Bible mandate would go forward under his leadership. OU Nightly's Abby Hollinsworth is live with his decision. Abby.
I'm at Norman High School, and these classrooms will not be mandated to have Bibles. The Oklahoma State Department of Education says they have no plans to distribute Bibles through schools, reversing former State Superintendent Ryan Walters' Bible mandate. The OSDE sent a press release saying, "We plan to file a motion to dismiss and have no plans to distribute Bibles or a biblical character education curriculum in classrooms. If resources are left to be allocated, the timing is fortunate since the team and I are currently reviewing the budget." The governor's office says they have plans to move forward.
I think at this point we will just let it be and then issue guidance to schools on what to do with those. Right now we just need to first of all focus on responding to this court order within the deadline that we have, and then sort of get our plans together for how to give schools guidance to move forward.
The OSDE says they are prioritizing their new responsibilities, starting with the budget and then moving to state testing guidelines. Reporting at Norman High, Abby Hollinsworth, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Abby. The governor's office also says they cannot find a contract with PragerU or Lee Greenwood, who Walters worked with to put Bibles in classrooms, two partnerships that the former state superintendent Ryan Walters promoted.
A judge puts a stop to the firing of federal employees during the government shutdown. Elle Gedman has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center.
Kariana, earlier today, a federal judge told the Trump administration they need to stop firing government employees, at least for now. U.S. District Judge Susan Ilston says that the cuts seemed politically motivated and were being carried out with little thought. she granted a temporary restraining order blocking the job cuts, saying she saw evidence that they were illegal and an abuse of power. Young Republican groups across the country are facing backlash after private group chats were leaked showing the use of offensive language. The website Politico revealed nearly 3,000 pages of leaked chats from a Telegram group that included racist comments and insulting language. In Kansas, the state's Republican Party chair says the group there has been shut down, saying, quote, "We strive to eliminate racism and condemn all racist acts." And President Trump has revoked the visas of foreigners who have made negative comments about the death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. After reviewing social media clips, the Trump administration has revoked 6 visas, determining their posts about Kirk were demeaning. The announcement came as Trump was awarding Kirk the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And Smucker's is suing Trader Joe's, saying their new PB&J sandwiches are too similar to Uncrustables in their design and packaging. Cariana, Clay.
Thanks, Elle. Next on OU Nightly, hear what OU's Turning Point USA chapter had to say at last night's City Council meeting.
And climate scientists warn the Earth has surpassed a grim milestone. Coming up next.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over. Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together. It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown.
Mariella!
Never leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
An alarming new report shows Earth has reached its first climate tipping point, the widespread death of coral reefs. Abigail Nickel has that and more in today's Earth Report.
That's right, Cariana. The Earth has finally reached its climate tipping point, says a report from 160 scientists. And coral reefs have been affected, an essential habitat for marine species. But now, as oceans reach record high temperatures, 80% of the world's reefs have been affected by the worst mass bleaching event on record. They say the death of coral reefs is just the first of several potentially irreversible climate tipping points. And one of the Earth's most elusive animals captured in an Eerie award-winning photograph. Take a look at this. This is just one of the images captured to beat out more than 60,000 entries to claim the 2025 Wildlife Photographer of the Year award. Brown hyenas are so rare, organizers say it took the South African photographer a full decade to capture one on camera. A group of citizen scientists discovered a rare double-ring structure in outer space. The structure is a type called odd radio circles, and they are so massive that entire galaxies sit at their centers. It's also the first one discovered by citizen scientists. And a California engineer just claimed the title for his massive prize-winning pumpkin. Its final weight was 2,346 pounds. Cariana, Clay.
Thanks, Abigail. Norman's latest city council meeting was rife with tense argument between Norman's residents and one OU student group. OU Nightly's Jack Hancock attended the city council meeting and has the latest.
So you broke the rules. There is no rule. It's unconstitutional to have a rule.
Tempers flared in the Norman City Council chambers Tuesday night. MAGA hats dotted the audience as members of OU's chapter of Turning Point USA packed the meeting. There, to speak out against council member Helen Grant.
I'm here tonight out of concern for the gross, unacceptable, and violent comments made by two of our city council members.
Grant commented on a Facebook post following the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. In the comment, Grant calls Kirk a, quote, grifting narcissist. Members of Turning Point made their opinions known. Many spoke emotionally, while others chose to stand in silence during their allotted time. Two audience members drove all the way from Tulsa for the meeting to make their voices heard, and they did so passionately.
Rules that have been established in this chamber for decades, by the way. There.
Yeah, I don't care. Okay, back to...
Lane Brown was one of those speakers from Tulsa. Despite being from out of town, Lane says he felt compelled to hold Norman's elected officials accountable. Multiple times throughout the evening, though, Mayor Holman had to disrupt the speakers that weren't following council rules.
I feel like the local rules triumph the Constitution. I should be able to speak freely to whoever I want to. You're an elected official. You shouldn't be scared about me.
Holman says public comments are not required by law, but that he feels they allow citizens to express their viewpoints, if they do so in a respectful manner.
It's one of the reasons I think we see such a high turnover on the city council, in Norman specifically.
Despite the anger and frustration, many Norman residents spoke on a longing for peace, understanding, and respect.
We are all the same. We're fighting each other for no reason. We can all find solutions. We're one community.
Grant was unavailable for comments following Tuesday's meeting. The council is planned to be back in session on Tuesday, October 28th at 6:30 p.m.
The question of safety is the concern of many in regards to the upcoming Turning Point event Thursday. The event was originally supposed to be in McCaslin Fieldhouse, but has now been moved to the Lloyd Noble Center. In regards to the attendance expectations, OU Nightly Emma McAndrews has more on the preparations.
Cariana, this comes after the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University last month. In an official statement from the university to OU Nightly, officials say, quote, the safety and security of our campus community is our highest priority. OU also says, quote, representatives from multiple campus units, including the OU Police Department and the FBI, are helping with preparations. OU Nightly spoke to Turning Point USA OU chapter president about what these precautions will look like.
I would understand the concerns, especially considering that Charlie Kirk was shot on a college campus. I totally understand that. But we've gone through an extensive 3-month-long process with the University of Oklahoma to make sure that every T is crossed. There will be metal detectors and there is a no-bag policy. So we're making sure that it's incredibly safe. We have put a lot of money and a lot of time into ensuring that this event's going to be safe and with all regards.
OU Nightly will have team coverage of the event live tomorrow. Cariana, Clay.
Thanks, Emma. An Edmond man has been arrested again following numerous child sex crimes. Tegan LeBlanc was previously arrested in September after pretending to be a 15-year-old boy and convincing a 12-year-old girl from South Dakota to send him nude photos. He was rearrested Monday on similar charges with another 12-year-old, this time from Pennsylvania. LeBlanc now faces additional charges and is currently being held at the Oklahoma County Detention Center on a $1 million bond.
Well, we're tracking the chance for showers, storms, and even a slight cool down possible into the weekend. I'll have all the details and what you need to know coming up.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Joining us today. Let's do a little recap over the past month that we've seen so far. As far as temperatures go, we have stayed quite a bit above average so far this October. A few gray boxes there. That means we've been close to average, which is 73 degrees for this time of year here in central Oklahoma. I would expect a few more boxes of this same exact trend, near average or above average, especially continuing into the next few weeks or so. Right now, though, looking out live on the Weather Center camera out on Highway 9, you can see things are starting to get busy. We do have some wasp friends, if you can see them with me right now, hanging out around the camera. It is 85 degrees outside, so still quite a bit above average than what we usually see this time of year, and the lows are even going to be warmer as well. Take a look at our average, 50 degrees. We're going to be in the low 60s as we continue throughout the rest of your night tonight. Something that we're keeping a close eye on is heading on into Friday. We do have a marginal risk for severe weather out from the Storm Prediction Center. This is a level 1 out of 5 on their scale for that chance to see damaging wind gusts and even some small hail ahead of a cold front that we're going to see moving into parts of the weekend. So let's look at that. Right now you can see the incoming setup. There's that cold front setting up across parts of the western part of the state into Friday. Watch as it continues to move through quite slowly as we head into parts of later into the Saturday hours. As we head into Sunday, though, that is going to continue to make its way through and bring some cooler temperatures along with it, continuing into the end of your weekend this weekend. So this is going to cool our highs down a little bit, especially as we head into Sunday. Watch as we continue into the weekend, 84 degrees, 82, 73 by Sunday. We even have the chance to cool down a little bit more as we head into the beginning of next week. So that's our next chance to be right around average for what we usually see this time of year, but expecting heading on into the next 6 to 10 days, you can see we are expected to be above average. So by the time we reach next week, we're going to keep the above average temperatures around once again. So it's going to stay on the hotter side as we continue into next week. If you're heading on out to Columbia for the game, for the South Carolina game against OU, you could see we're going to be on the warmer side as well. By the time you reach post-game, that sunshine is going to stick around. So as we head into the rest of the week, we're kind of expecting these same conditions that we've been seeing, especially as we head into the beginning of the weekend. But watch into Sunday. That's when that cold front is going to really start to cool us down. We do warm up a little on Monday, but we're going to cool back down and possibly see some fall like around average temperatures into the midweek. So I'm excited. I know that my favorite thing to do when we have away games is go outside and watch the games on a patio or something. What are y'all planning on doing?
Absolutely, yeah. Really want to do that, but I think I might wait till next week to head over to that pumpkin patch because you said those temperatures.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I would wait if you like taking those pictures in the sweaters, you know, and in the scarves. That's what I like to do. I would wait and do that into the midweek next week, and it's still going to be pretty warm out. I mean, mid-70s, still not bad.
Well, thank you so much, Carlin. After the break, hear about a former Sooner who is spooky when he touches the basketball court.
And a former Oklahoma City Thunder star takes his talent to the West Coast by signing a deal with a new team.
Yeah, guys, we'll have that. And basketball isn't the only sport with former Sooners, as a certain wide receiver is no longer with the team after an injury and unknown cause. Next in sports.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
All right, look at you taking the stairs. Who are you?
We're your lungs. We are proud of you for quitting smoking, but you still may be at risk for lung cancer.
A routine cancer scan can detect it early when it's more curable. Good to know. Well, I gotta go somewhere.
So do we.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping. Got a few minutes? You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
I'm Dalton Davis, and it's time for sports. Oklahoma suffered a tough loss against Texas over the weekend, and the Sooners play South Carolina this weekend. Brent Venables is 1-4 on the road after a loss. He knows the show must go on.
Try to figure things out, and you come right back and you do it again, and that's
Earlier today on the SEC Coaches Teleconference, Brent Venables announced that Jaden Gibson is no longer with the team. Gibson missed all of 2024 with a knee injury and was expected to be back before the season opener against Illinois State. In his time at OU, he totaled 15 receptions, 387 yards, and 5 touchdowns. OU softball is back tonight against Oklahoma Christian University. Their last scrimmage was against East Texas A&M. The Sooners won 22 runs to 0. Isabella Emmerling hit a grand slam, and Sydney Barker hit a 2-run homer. Patty Gasso's ladies hope to get a win tonight at 6:30 and play the second Battle Series scrimmage on Friday. OU women's tennis is hosting the ITA Central Regional Tournament in Norman starting tomorrow. The Sooners won't play until Friday, but they attended Sooner Sports Pad last night and shared how much they're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we are very excited. Like, we start playing on Friday until Monday, hopefully, and our goal as a team is to go as far as possible, and it's a really important tournament for us, and we are really lucky to host it at home, so we hope a lot of people are coming.
Show up.
So, yeah.
It's fitting that Halloween is around the corner because Jeremiah Fears is showing his potential to terrorize the NBA. Last night, Fears was the leading scorer for the Pelicans with 20 points and tacked on 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. ESPN reports that former Thunder point guard and 2017 NBA MVP Russell Westbrook has agreed to sign a deal with the Sacramento Kings on a veteran's minimum deal of 1 year worth $3.6 million. Westbrook is suiting up for his 18th season. Clay, Cariana?
Thanks so much, Dalton. Is it just me, or is everyone feeling a little extra grumpy today?
Well, Cariana, there's a good reason for that coming up. We'll tell you why today is a free pass to be in a bad mood.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
I'm Megan Howard at the OU Nightly Update Desk. Oklahoma law enforcement continues to search for a 15-year-old Isabella Hernandez after issuing an endangered missing juvenile alert on Tuesday. According to the Oklahoma City Police Department, Hernandez was last seen wearing a black crop top and black leggings. Authorities have not released when or where she was last seen. Cariana, Clay, back to you in the studio.
For those of you who think the glass is always half empty, today is for you because it's National Grouch Day. A day to celebrate all of your favorite Debbie Downers who aren't afraid to tell it as it is and embrace your inner grouch.
That's right, Kiriana. Some of my most memorable cranky characters are, of course, Oscar the Grouch, Grumpy Cat, and Statler and Waldorf from the Muppets.
I love those Muppet guys. They're always kind of saying something.
I do too.
Clay, you definitely put the grr in Grouch.
Somebody has to give the bad news.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I don't have a lot of bad news, so I wouldn't say that I'm a grouch today because we do have those above average temperatures continuing. The only thing is we're tracking a rain chance into parts of Friday into Saturday as that cold front makes its way through. It is going to cool us down a little bit, but once again, that's something that we're watching because those storms could be on the strong to severe side. But I'm not grouchy about it. Try not to be.
Well, thank you so much, Carlin, and thank you for watching OU Nightly. I'm Cariana Gamboa.
And I'm Clay Webster. Be sure to watch OU Nightly live weekdays at 4:30. Good night.
Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here are some water conservation tips you can